Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Crayola Signature Brush and Detail Dual Tip Markers. With that being said, let's get started. Okay guys, as you can see, there are many different colors. There is a paintbrush on one end, and then there is a fine tip nib on the other. They come in this nice black tin can that you can store them in. And there is 16 different markers, but there's 32 different colors. So let's open it and see what we got. Okay, the markers come in this nice tin can. You can use them to store it in. And it's plain on the back side. Now we're going to open the plastic and see what's inside. Alright, I'm going to pull this plastic off and see what we got. As I take the lid off, I see a row of 8 different colors. Look at that. There they are. Pretty cool. And then when we take out the top rack, we see another rack of markers. There's 8 more as well. And that's what those look like. I'm just going to go ahead and take them out of the plastic and stick them in the storage box. I'm going to do the same thing with the other rack of markers. I'm going to test these markers out on this Puppy and Pals coloring book, and I already chose a page. I'm going to test this pretty orange color out on the cat. This end has the paintbrush end, and this end is the fine point end. Alright, let's test it out. Well, so far the paintbrush end seems to be working really good. I get good coverage and it seems to bend with your stroke. And also I want to point out that it doesn't seem to want to bleed through the paper like most markers would. I hardly even got any on me just touching it after I painted the cat. These colors are also really super fun and vibrant. They seem to really stand out in this lighting. It's not very hard to stay in the lines with these either. I'm barely pressing down, and I don't have to use the marker as rough as you have to press down with some of them. Okay, now I'm going in with the black marker so I can show you the detail. It seems to be doing pretty good as well. I like the fact that you don't have to press down too hard because that just makes your painting with these markers flow easily, and that's my favorite part. I chose to use the colors black and orange because we had a cat named Baby Cat, and those were the colors. And I miss him, but I could think the neighbor took him down the road actually, so yeah. I've always wanted to see what it looked like when I speed colored too, because yeah, it's just pretty awesome seeing the before and after and what you get at the end. Yeah, I'm just pretty much testing different colors to see what it looks like and how vibrant they are on paper. This color here is pretty nice. It's one of my favorites. This is the teal color, and I chose to paint the couch this color because why not? Wow, look at the color. It's so nice. The markers are pretty nice between your fingers as well. They're not too bulky and they feel alright to draw with. Yeah, I'm just barely touching the paper and color just pretty much blends right in with each stroke. My favorite part about these markers is that they smoothly glide across the paper and they don't fray very easily on the ends. I've been using this teal color for a little bit now, and they don't seem to be messing up or anything. You know how the end of the marker tends to want to break or like separate over time? Yeah, these markers don't seem to be doing that. I also purchased these markers on Amazon, and I believe they were about $10, so they're not expensive to purchase. They are, however, very handy when it comes to painting anything like this. I would, however, recommend these if you want to buy them for your children. They are a good brand of markers, and the colors vary. I would also recommend them to adults if they like to color in adult coloring books, because they seem to work really well. If you're into using a paintbrush or markers with paintbrush tips, which are my favorite, then these are the markers for you. You can go into really great details with these markers. They seem to get every little space that you can possibly miss, like regular markers. These markers seem to dry pretty fast, so you don't have to worry about when you start coloring on the paper and you put your hand on another color that you just did, they won't rub off on your hand. Look at this pretty purple color. I really like the purple. And this pink one right here, this is pretty nice. You can choose to use any of these colors as well. However, I do wish that they did something different with these markers. Like, I wish you could get every color marker with the paintbrush end, and then get the same color marker with the fine detail end. That way you can use them just like each other. It's actually kind of sad that they're not like that, because what if you want to use the paintbrush end on another part of your picture and it doesn't come out right because it's not a paintbrush end and it's just the fine detail end? It doesn't make sense to me why they did that. I like the fact that you can color pretty fast with these. You don't have to sit around and wait for your painting to dry in order for you to choose another color and start working on another part of your picture. You can just color right after another, which is great. I didn't, however, like how they were packaged in the black plastic that they came in. I would recommend taking them out and sticking them in like an art box, or you can stick them in like a marker holder if you have one. I would probably use the tin can for something else, like to place my artwork in or something along those lines. I asked my 9-year-old's opinion on these markers, and she said she would definitely use these, mainly because most of them have a paintbrush end and you don't have to re-dip in any kind of paint. You could just use them when you wanted to and place the cap back on. So yeah, I want to know y'all's opinion on these markers. What do you think? Do you think that they are vibrant colors and that they flow really well? Or would y'all recommend buying these to anybody? I definitely would, but everybody has their own opinion. If you guys would like to see another art video in the future, please let me know. Right now I'm just swatching the colors to show you what each of them look like. That way you get like a really good idea. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you like this art review, please let me know. And if you want to see any more in the future, also let me know. Have a good one. Here is all the colors swatched and their names.